Hello, and welcome back to another banknote. And today we have sort of an interesting one. This is, or rather was, one of my most expensive banknotes until about 2 weeks ago, at the time of recording this. But more about that later. So this one is from Denmark, and it is 1,000 crowns. So the biggest banknote in Denmark. I don't think we've ever had one bigger than 1,000. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. But anyways, so it has this red line, which is whatever. But then it has this. I don't know what it is, but I'm guessing it's something that dates back quite a bit in time, making maybe the Viking Age, or thereabouts. But it looks cool. It's like some kind of horse, wheels. Not sure why it's done like that, but yeah, a little bit of it missing. And it's kind of pulling this. I don't know what that is. I want to call it the sun wheel or something like that, but yeah, I'm really just guessing, to be honest. I mean, it looks like inside this circle there is like an inlay of gold, although it is incomplete. But I'm guessing it's gold. I assume they didn't find all the gold when they excavated this. But yeah, also this has at least one wheel. I'm guessing might have had two, but also incomplete there. But it definitely looks interesting, and yeah, I like it. The background is kind of a field with like a hill here and some trees, and best guess is that it's kind of where they found it. And yeah, Danish landscapes often look like that. Not all of them, but quite common. You're driving and look out the window and you see something like that. So that could be what that is. Down here at the bottom, it's Series 2009. And regarding the law about Denmark's National Bank or something like that. Yeah, whatever. It's not that important. It has the safety feature. Doesn't really do much that I can see, but there's something there. And then all the way over here on the right side, well, it's a map because I do recognize some of the names here. Nyborg, Korsør. Those should be, I want to call them cities, but yeah, depending on where you're from, they might not qualify cities. But anyways, people live there, so that's why I recognize it. All the yellow things here, that I don't know. Here's a store belt, so that this part here is water. So okay, interesting. So definitely that's in Denmark. The yellow ones, I don't know. Best guess is that that's where they have found stuff like this, but that's just me guessing, to be honest. It's a little bit weird. Not sure I would have chosen that, but well, and the big circles there. Maybe that's where they found some really nice stuff or a lot of stuff, and minor I don't know. But they do find a lot of this kind of stuff scattered around Denmark from time to time. If you ever visit and you have a metal detector, go out and look for stuff. You might find it. However, you're not allowed to keep it, if I remember correctly. But anyways, so that's the banknote. The colors aren't very vibrant, but although it does make the horse thingy here kind of stand out. So, okay. Doesn't get top marks here, but it's decent. On the other side, well, we have the 1,000, 1,000 kroner. I wanted to say this is the serial number, but I honestly don't know, because there is also a number over here in the bottom right corner, which is not the same. So which is the serial number and which is something else? I don't know. or they might be part of the same. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, there are two numbers there. Down here in the right corner, bottom left, though. Again, we have the horse thingy, and well, this time it's kind of silvery, but it is definitely the same as on the other side. Again, we have like a map here, at least it looks like it, but I don't see any names there, so don't know where that might be. But kind of same yellow circles, just no explanation. Well, then the main thing here is this, and that's a bridge. It says down here in the right corner, Storebæltsbroen. So this is the biggest bridge in Denmark, I think, unless they built another one since then. This connects the two biggest islands in Denmark with each other. There's a car there, you can drive over it. I think trains take a tunnel instead. So I don't think I've actually ever driven over this bridge. But anyways, I believe when I was a kid they did not have this bridge, so you had to take a ferry to get across. But at some point they built this, and now you can drive. It does cost money though, so be ready for that. But well, can't say that I'm a big fan of bridges, but at least they have like a sunset or something going on there, which makes it look quite decent, I would say. So it's not too bad, but it's not nature, so not the best. But still, it's an interesting banknote. And speaking of interesting, I believe I said at the beginning of the video that this was my most, or one of my most expensive banknotes. Now it isn't. Well, about 2 weeks ago, end of May, this went out of business. You can no longer use these. So from a like shopping perspective, this is worthless. You cannot spend it. You cannot go to the bank and have them change it to anything else. You cannot deposit this in your bank account. They will not take them anymore. So yeah, this is just paper. Although, from a collector's perspective, I'm pretty sure it still holds its value. So I'm not too upset about this. I couldn't hand this in because I don't live in Denmark anymore, so I didn't have a choice in the matter. But it's fine. I thought I actually had more of these, but I might just have the one. I don't need more, honestly. I've actually had this in my wallet for like the last 5 years when I last visited my country. But still, it's in pretty good condition. It's definitely not perfect. It has a little bit of stuff here and there, but still, considering it was in a wallet for like 5 years, not too bad. I should have put it in my album a long time ago. But anyways, 1,000 crowns from Denmark. That is technically worthless, but also probably not. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, thanks for watching, and bye bye.